This is Whitney Kell, your certified Optavia coach. Today we're going to talk about follow-up. Follow-up is key when you're building your Optavia business. And a lot of people are looking for a quick fix right now. But Optavia is actually a long-term solution. So building a long-term relationship is what it takes. So remember your contact list that you make when you first come in to Optavia. That's the list that you want to maintain so that you can track how often you're following up with people. Statistics say, what percentage do you think it is of people that even follow up once? It's only 44%. It takes usually about 5 times to help 80% of people decide to say yes. So if you're thinking that you can just call somebody once and expect to have them say yes, you might want to consider having a little more expectation on long-term results, where you're taking the time to call first. I love the phone, because the phone is the best way for me to express how I'm feeling. They can hear the authenticity and that I really care. Because in Optavia, we connect authentically and we cultivate trust. We help people lead from their future, and we want them to act in the now. And that's part of that connection process. But the obstacle is the way, right? So if somebody's not calling you back, what do? Well, we have a lot of ways to stay in touch, don't we? We've got Facebook, email, telephone calls, and just that consistency, people will eventually appreciate it, especially if you're coming from a place of service. So the other day I was in a shop and I met these 2 women and they were super sweet, and their shop owner has 13 shops and she travels a lot. So I was like, wow, I mean, I'm a health coach and it's so much work for me to stay on my own track, balancing my blood sugars and traveling with our food. Thank goodness I have it. How do you take care of yourself? How are you staying on track? And she's like, I'm not. And we started talking and I asked more questions and got to know her, and I ended up getting her and her employee's phone number. And I followed it the very next day. I made a phone call. Hey, it's Whitney. It was so nice meeting you at your shop yesterday. I really enjoyed our conversation and I'm looking forward to connecting with you. Call me back. Here's my number. That was my message. Then they didn't call back, neither one of them. The next day, I texted them, both of them, and then I called again. Hey, it's Whitney. I left you a message yesterday. I just wanted to check in. You're probably super busy this weekend, but I wanted to make sure I let you know I am available when you are. And the third day, they both called me back, and they're both clients. So it just takes time, and genuinely, I am not attached. So when you come from a place of really being in service, people will be able to feel that. And you know, I do try to get on Facebook and get to know people so that I can like their Facebook stuff and get to know them that way, because that's a great way to feel connected. Comment on their information that they post, and when people comment on mine, I reach directly out and let them know I really appreciate their connection and curious if they have anybody in their life that they might want to introduce me to. And then remember events. We have events all the time. So for example, if somebody doesn't show up for an event, what do? Well, you want to stay connected, right? So I'll call and say, hey, Mary, we missed you at our event. It was so much fun. You would have loved it. I'm so sorry you couldn't make it. We're having another one on this date, but you know what? I'd love to get together for coffee. You know, you filled out the well-being evaluation online for me, and we haven't gone over that yet, and I'd love to connect. So let me know what time's best for you, and let's schedule a coffee date. And then I just stay connected, send an email, I have them on my newsletter. So whatever those little touches are that you create, there's dozens of them. Sit down with your mentor coach. Identify how many people you are contacting in a week, and then identify how many people you're gonna follow up with in a week. So you wanna make sure you have both, because that's the key, right? Staying connected, building our reservoir of friendships, connections, which will lead to a huge Optavia business. And remember, what you're doing now, it may take 4 to 6 months to pay off. So be patient, be consistent, lead from the future, act in the now, connect authentically, cultivate trust, and remember, if they don't call you back, the obstacle is the way. It could take 5 times. Good luck, and go out and have fun building your Optavia business.